Valley Hospital is designing and building a brand new state-of-the-art hospital in Paramus. The new facility will enable us to offer the latest advances in healthcare with the flexibility to incorporate future innovations, as well as adopt the new national standard of single patient rooms.
Well, the 3P process is a non-traditional way of designing, in this case, an entire hospital over the scope of 5 days.
The process that we've been embracing has been creating multidisciplinary teams, all of whom work together on a regular basis to be able to visualize and conceive of the new idealized operational model for a new hospital.
We're going to redesign our own future, our own working world. Your job is to make your voices heard this week.
Not only are the clinical departments represented here today, but also the ancillary and support services, as well as the ancillary clinical departments like pharmacy, respiratory therapy, those who collaborate with the caregivers and the physicians in the process.
What is so unique about this is that to have all the different services together in one room, and I hope that at the end this will bring it all together so that we create a system that is much better than what we have right now.
In the beginning it was a little frustrating. We're trying to work with people we haven't worked with in the past. As we got a little frustrated and then annoyed, then we got invigorated. And as we started working together, new ideas came about. We started thinking about different ways of doing things.
It's a little overwhelming in the beginning when you see what is somewhat unfamiliar, but the camaraderie is really what I see as a tremendous plus. You can really see what amounts to be a once-in-a-career opportunity to build from the ground up not only your particular area, but the hospital in and of itself. I think it's a tremendous experience.
We planned the week in a very high level of specificity in order to give it a very casual flow and allow for discovery and creation and aha moments.
So on Tuesday we came in and we sat down on paper and moved our little checkers around and designed the department. We did that 7 different ways with 6 different teams. We had all these different designs. We looked at it. We found a model that we all liked based on a flow through the department. Then we mapped it out on paper and then we built it in 3D models. And what we found when we did that was the things we thought would work, we couldn't get in rooms, we couldn't move places. So we're moving things around and really getting to that functional point of getting that flow and getting that movement in.
It's been really exciting to see the game boarding opportunities and how it challenges us to think about the new world. So putting a vending area or a nourishment center back in the main ED space has been really something exciting to think about.
Inviting the patient family advisors to participate in this process is just great because it's not only the clinical and the architectural and the structural, but it's the families and the patients that we're talking about at the end of the day.
It really made a big difference to envision yourself being there. It was much more real.
We pretty much were all on the same page of what we wanted, having all of these advanced hybrid ORs and general ORs in the same area, being here and able to see it all, how it's going to be laid out, and taking our vision and putting it in a model is fantastic.
What this process has allowed to happen is to bring all the stakeholders together and get them in the room and listen to them negotiating right there and then. They were working it out amongst themselves, and it was fantastic to watch.
It was such a collaborative process that I might have looked at something that somebody saw differently. So we really worked cohesively to design, I believe, a really great environment.
Most often I get people that begin this process by thinking about how they're going to make their department better. By the end of it, they're thinking about how they're going to make this service better.
We came into this week with a lot of concern because we really weren't sure what we were in for, and now we're able to walk in and say, you know what, we really are walking away with a solid process that everyone's been a part of, so the excitement level is even growing now because we want it tomorrow, we don't want it 3 years from now.
The 2 things that made it the most successful is the willing collaboration by the hospital, the energy that they brought to this exercise, but also the hands-on experience that everyone got.
Well, I must say I was pretty skeptical that this thing was going to work, but I think it's been an incredibly important and gratifying week.
It was great to hear the different folks collaborate with one another, talk about issues, and be able to solve problems together.
We want this hospital to be the best it can be for all those we serve and care for. And this process is the best way to achieve that goal.